Hello! It's a cloudy day, so I thought this is a perfect time to do a little video of the backyard because there's a lot of things that have been blooming and things that have been fading. Their cycle is finishing. The flower box is just doing incredible between the nasturtiums and the wild marigolds. You can see down here there's still some lilies down in the circle, but they're almost done. And there's a few daylilies that are starting to bloom. Look at a close-up of those. Let's take a look up here. My kale, which I eat every day, and then there's my yellow peppers. So they're growing pretty good up here, which is good. And I eat the kale every day. Let's go down, take a look around. These tires we're going to be using for exercise, and I'm going to be incorporating them into the garden next year. To be continued on that. I may be doing a terraced garden along the garage with levels using tires. The tires keep the soil warm longer, so that I'll have a longer growing season, and it is a microclimate over there next to the garage. It keeps warmer in that little area where I grow the herbs. My Jerusalem cherry is really growing, and the fruit is starting to ripe, but it's not edible. It's just a pretty plant that I've had for a very long time, but I'm probably going to have to cut it back and shape it because it's leaning over to one side quite a bit. You can see that it's heavier on this side than it is on the other side. Of course, the avocado is just loving it out here. My tomatoes in the big pots along the fence are full of fruit, but they're not ripe yet, but they're looking really good. Let's take a peek here at some of the fruits. I can't wait for them to ripen. I'm getting a little more squash action. We'll see what we get here. I almost decided to undo these whole things and toss them because I wasn't getting much, but now I'm getting some, so we'll see what we do here. The calla lilies are done, pretty much, but then the nasturtiums are picking up speed along the bottom, and we so love the foliage of the calla lilies. I've harvested my white sage a number of times already, and I'm about ready to harvest some of the sweetgrass, cut it back, weave it into prayer sticks, and let it dry. The oleander is doing fantastic. I'm probably going to have to cut it back. I hate to do all this cutting back. I wish I had a greenhouse. But they are so beautiful. They are so beautiful. And my violas are still pumping. They're a little ragged looking, but I'm letting them go to seed. No more deadheading. Letting the seed spread. We'll see where they end up. Some of the black-eyed Susans are coming out. I'm surprised too because it's kind of shady here, but this variety seems to do okay even in with this shade. I planted this coleus here the other day. It was in a very small pot. It really needed to be in the ground, and I just love the colors in the leaves. I'll probably take a cutting of this and keep a plant for the winter for next year. Let's get some close-ups of my lilies. They are just incredible. And they're fading. I wish they didn't be crooked. I wish they would be straight, but they are. We're starting to get some tiger lilies. They're practically a wildflower, but they're so pretty. They do spread quite a bit, so I am having to thin them out from time to time. But that's just the way it is. Just the way it is. Here's a flower box from a different angle. It's so incredible. So incredible. I love it. And I'm eating nasturtiums all the time. I like the flowers better than the leaves. The leaves are rather intense, peppery flavor, but the flowers have a sweetness and they're not as peppery. The phlox is starting to bloom. And we have some really, really nice daylilies coming up that come later. Beautiful coloration, a soft salmon pink and a chartreuse inner flower, the flute. This geranium's taken off, my sky lily geranium. My rosemary is just loving it. There's the parsley and the mint and the lemon balm and the the lilies that are still cranking out. Take a look at this beautiful, beautiful daylily. It's just creamy lemon chiffon custard pie look. Beautiful color. Beautiful color. Alright, let's take a look at the herb garden, and then we're going to kind of call it a day for this one. I don't want it to be too long. As you can see, the garlic is starting to dry up. That means that I'm going to harvest all the little bulblets at the top, cut them back, wait for the bottom part to dry, and then harvest the garlic and replant it. I'll put some in the house to dry for use, and some I'll replant. But it won't look so chaotic back here once I do that. I'm getting lots of green beans from over here, and these green beans that are finally really jumping up here on the trellises. I wondered if they're ever going to do it. They did. They're doing lovely. I'm going to have lots of green beans. We love green beans. God, these garlic things look so alien. I feel like I'm on another planet when I walk back here. As you can see, there's green beans growing in the back. There's some kind of a squash or melon. We got cucumbers for days. My goodness, we have lots of cucumbers. And we have lots of tomatoes and lots of herbs. And the dill is starting to harvest. I'm starting to take the dill. I eat the seeds a lot. They're delicious. They have that dilly flavor. And I'm going to be, as it dries up, I'm going to collect the seeds and pull out the dry plants. And that'll make more room. I'll probably plant some more dill. You can see I harvested some cucumbers, and I'm going to enjoy them later with some lime, salt, and chili powder. And here we have some feverfew and some larkspur, which I just love, the larkspur. It's got a great color. We've got some blue, we've got some pink, we've got some peppers down here. Let's see if we can get a shot of those peppers. Yeah. There we go. There we go. A little Peter pepper here. All right. Have a lovely day. May you be a blessing, and may you be blessed. Mitakuye Yasin. We are all related. And life is a blessing. Thank you for the blessings of Life Creator. Thank you for the herbs in my garden. Thank you for the fruits of the earth, all the nurturing that you give us. Thank you, Grandfather Sky, Grandmother Earth. Again, Mitakuye Yasin.